Welcome, and today we're going to be talking about myth. And let's talk about how people probably see him as something that they don't understand. That when people don't understand something, they want to control it. And that's what I mean about don't understand. They want to control him because they think he's wild. They don't know what to do with him, and they really just want to chain him up and make sure that he doesn't just go out and do everything that he's gonna do, because he is gonna do it. That's what he's meant here to do, is go out and do it. But he needs to tell people that he is going to do it. He needs to inform people that he's going to be taking a break, or he's going to be taking some time off, or maybe inform what the schedule is going to be. Because when he doesn't inform people, it leads to anger, and people will just miss out or feel like they're not good enough, or something out of the norm will happen when he doesn't inform. But he's been conditioned his whole life to just allow life to come to him instead of going out there and initiating like he's supposed to. So, myth, I don't know a thing about him. I don't know a thing about any of the streamers that I'm reading, but I wonder if he's an organizational being, if he is a person who really scrutinizes the opinion and really checks to see if that is what is true. If not, it's just going to be false, and the whole pattern's just going to happen over again. And I'm sure he's quite excited about the skills and the details that are involved. He is a person who is a listener. He's a person who is an influencer. Sorry, I didn't mean to say the word influencer, but he is. He's here to influence. Um, and how is he going to do so? He's going to do so by having a place to land, and that will be empowering for those around him. So, as he deepens his innocence to wisdom, that will empower those around him on their journey as well, on their individual journey. We need to make sure that myth doesn't just start many things just for the sake of starting things and having an experience. He really needs to not multitask, do everything at once. He really needs to slow down. Really needs to slow down and take his time, one step in front of the other. Because that's how he's able to focus. Very important to him. That's how he grounds himself. And when he's able to focus and contract down to one task at a time, that's when he's able to find those contracts that are worth going for. What things are worth enduring. He is a person who is alert to things around him that will keep him safe, but more so, he can smell liars or smell truth, and that will help him possibly formulate some of the doubt that he may have. But when it comes to his mind, he's a logical thinker. It's very logical instead of abstract. And he is a person who might have trouble falling asleep. He needs to have that time to just get comfy, get relaxed, and boredly fall asleep. um, so we're talking about an organizational being, but he has this way of ordering things too. And he really, once again, let's go back to how he's a jack of all trades, how he wants to start many things at a time, but he's a jack of all trades. He's this organizational being, but he doesn't have the routine to possibly do so. But he does have the focus to be able to do so. I bet when Myth says, I will, it really is something that will follow through for him. Now, he's probably on the hook for doing things for the family and friends and providing the spot to be able to do so. So, he is all about the community. And just because being alone is something that makes him feel grounded as well, it doesn't mean that he's lonely. Let's talk about a few different aspects that are different to this. What could make Myth angry? Well, Myth could be trying to grow his environment or trying to grow inspirationally, but that will end up making him angry. How? Well, when he plans a 1, 2, 3 step plan and forcing it out into the world, that's when you'll see that anger. You'll see him become angry when he tries to identify with the direction or love he's meant to be in at this particular moment. He just is. He'll be angry when he finds himself going and going, not knowing when to stop, not knowing when enough is enough. You can also find him being angry when he lets go of support systems that were actually good for him, or holding on to people, places, things, or experiences that are no longer good for him. You can see him be angry as to being like, oh, why am I still holding on to this? He's good at planning the future. And he is here to be the heretic, to be seen. He's, here to catch something, whether it's a cool video or allow you guys to catch something cool too, like a good stream. That's what he's here to do. I mean, it could be the opposite too. It could be a bad stream. So the type of people that he needs the type of environment that he needs to be, let's try that one more time. The type of environment that he needs to be in order to grow is that of his network. He knows his opportunities are in his network, and his environment needs to be filled with his brothers and sisterhood. You can see his first part of his life heading towards contracts, deals, knowing where to go to get those. In the second part of his life, you'll see him really formulate all of those contracts that have been had in the first part of his life. So the type of people he needs in his environment in order to be successful are those that will allow him to fumble and see the holes in things and correct them, and fumble again and see the holes in things and give him space. The first part of his life will be seen as a listener who will gain the contracts, and the second part of his life will be seen as the role of self. He's going to bring out the role of self while formulating. So that's quite interesting to see. He is 25 years old as we're speaking about this, and there's many more things that we could speak about, like the way he learns or the way he digests. We could talk about health, we could talk about sleep, we could talk about dreams, but this is where we're going to end it here. I just want to say thank you for everybody watching. I know everything looks a little bit different today, but my program really isn't working properly today. All right.